Sydney commuters are tonight being urged to have a little patience after this afternoon's horror crash on the Harbour Bridge. A car travelling north veered into oncoming traffic, hitting a petrol tanker. It then jackknifed, hitting 3 other cars. 7 people were treated at the scene and 3 people were taken to hospital, 1 in a critical but stable condition. The accident brought all traffic on the bridge to a halt for nearly 2 hours. But even after the bridge was cleared, there was a flow-on effect across the entire transport network. Philippa McDonald reports.
Right in the middle of the Harbour Bridge, a car travelling north strayed into oncoming traffic.
I was just coming up the stairs here and just heard a really loud bang, just a really loud screech and then a crash.
Police say a car clipped a fuel tanker, setting off a potentially catastrophic pile-up on the bridge.
The tanker then swerved to the right and across lanes 1 to 4, colliding with a number of vehicles.
The fuel tanker careered into the railway fence. Emergency services rushed to the aid of trapped and injured drivers and passengers, 7 in all.
We have a lady who's been conveyed with a Care Flight medical team by road ambulance to Royal North Shore, and she's a critical patient with head injuries. We also have 2 other patients that have been conveyed to Royal Prince Alfred Hospital, the major trauma centre.
The fire brigade switched off all power in the empty fuel tanker, leaving nothing to chance.
It's every motorist's nightmare, being in a small car and colliding with a large fuel tanker on the Harbour Bridge. And New South Wales Fire Brigade officers had to work quickly to make sure there was no ignition point.
All lanes northbound were closed to traffic, as well as half of those southbound.
A jackknife of a big tanker.
It's frustrating.
Once there's an accident on the bridge, you can't do anything.
It's an absolute disaster. There's not a lot we can do. We just need to be patient and move on.
In just under 2 hours, the Harbour Bridge was reopened, but tonight the impact of the lunchtime pile-up is still being felt, with heavy delays to some city bus services. Philippa McDonald, ABC News, Sydney.